Well, what makes us want to see a film? I mean, some films are good, some films are bad. What makes a film bad? You watch a film, you think, "Oh, that's a good film," and then somebody comes along and says, "It's not a good film," and you think, "Why isn't it a good film? Is is it because some character don't know how to act properly, or he says the wrong thing, or the story doesn't match up the way you want it to?" Uh, a good film. There's a lot of people say, "Oh, some films are really good." They say, "Wow, this is worth watching," but then somebody comes along and says, "There's no story. There's no character-driven story. It's just mindless action and shooting and all that." Or it's just a boring old romantic film that just gets nowhere. I mean, what makes you feel like you want to watch that film? Because sometimes I look at a film and think, "Oh, no way, I'm going to watch that," and it's probably a perfectly good film. How do you decide what film you like? I mean, I'm into comedy, action, some romantic film as long as it's got comedy in it, or sometimes I like some historical films. But then other times I think historical, oh, boring, or romantic, ugh, who needs that? I mean, you know. And then there's some action films that says good, but can be boring as well, repetitive. And I think, well, that's weird. I get confused sometimes. What makes a good film and what makes a bad film? And then some critics say the film's really good, and then we'll say, oh, it's like rubbish. So I wish there was a way of knowing what's good and what's bad. I mean, in my mind, I like films. I always like films. Everybody likes films, even TV series. I mean, TV series are a bit different because you can think you can watch something, and in the first episode you think, "Oh, I'm not watching that anymore," or you watch something that is good on the first series, and then it goes downhill, and you think, what's the difference between a film and a TV series? Because films like shorter and the TV series longer. And nowadays films are just as long as the TV series. I mean, we're talking about over 3 hour film. I mean, who wants to sit in the cinema for over 3 hours? It's like, oh dear. Unless it's got a lot of action and everything in it, it's not worth watching because you'll be by the time you get to an hour and a half, you've dozed off. And I mean, TV series is getting in the same boat, isn't it? It's like you watch the first episode. By the time you get to the sixth episode, you say, "What the hell? What's going on here?" And then also, TV series don't have an ending because you get to the end of series one and you think, right, okay, that's it. And then you find they've got series two, three, even more. And the films are the same. Sequels keep going on and on and on. And then sometimes you think, yeah, they died in that film, right? Okay. What are they doing alive again? Did they turn into a zombie? I don't know. So that's my concept of film. I just don't understand any of it.